I should start this video by letting you know that my voice is a little sore. I was listening to some music yesterday or the day before, and I was singing at the top of my voice, and I think I may have strained my voice a little bit. So if my voice is a bit hoarse, you know why. Anyways, on with the video. Hi everybody, my name is Nanika Edwards. I am a poet, author, artist, linguist, and educator from Trinidad and Tobago in the Caribbean. Today I'm going to be sharing a Trini proverb with you, a Trini saying, and well, here on the screen you can see some fudge, which is a very sweet type of candy, if we could put it like that. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like cake candy. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, on the screen you can see some fudge, and this will give you some type of clue as to what the saying or proverb is about. So in Trinidad, we would say in certain situations, you do catch bee with vinegar. You do catch bee with vinegar. So this is in Trini Creole English, or dialect, as we say in Trinidad and Tobago. And if we translate this into standard English, it would be, you don't catch bees with vinegar. You don't catch bees with vinegar. So think about it. Kids, if you had some science project to do and your teacher tells you you must bring a bee to class to do this science project, if you had to catch a bee, would you go up to a bee and say, "Hello, Mr. Bee," or "Hello, Miss Bee? I have a science project and I know you're not going to want to go with me, but I have a bag here. I'd be so grateful if you would jump in so that I could take you to my science project. I really don't know if you're going to survive the project, but I'd be so happy if you come with me anyway." Would you approach a bee like that? How would you catch that bee? What would you need to catch a bee? Do you think you could catch a bee if you fill a little cap, like a bottle cap, with some vinegar and leave it in your garden to attract some bees? Would you be able to attract bees that way? No, of course not. Vinegar doesn't taste very good, right? And why would a bee not be attracted to vinegar? Right, exactly, because it's not sweet. So what would you need to attract a bee or to attract some bees? Right, you would need maybe some honey or something sweet, right? Something sweet, preferably honey. I don't have a picture of honey, so I'm using fudge. Anyway, by the way, do you like fudge? I like fudge. I have a sweet tooth, but too much fudge is not good, right? That'd be too much sugar. But anyway, if you want to catch a bee, you don't catch them with vinegar, you catch them with something sweet like honey. So what do you think the proverb, you don't catch bee with vinegar, what do you think that means? I'll give you a little time to think about that. Well, what it means is that if somebody wants to catch us, because this proverb is not about bees and it's not about vinegar, it's about life, okay? It's about real life. And kids, this may be something that's a little difficult to hear, But maybe your parents have already taught you that it's not everybody that you can trust, okay? And the older you get, the more this is going to become apparent. It's always good to be aware of this so that, when life takes certain turns, and when things happen that maybe don't make you too happy, they will not take you by surprise, and you will know how to deal with them, and you or know how to recognize things even before they happen. Okay, so um if you want to catch somebody, there's some people who um some people do not always have the best of intentions, and for whatever reason, they may want to get close to you, but maybe not always for the right reasons. For example, somebody may want to be your friend. And by the way, this is not everybody. Some people are genuine and will be genuinely interested in you, and time will tell. The Bible says we know people by their fruits. Fruit does not lie. Character does not lie. Consistent choices, consistent patterns in people's personalities and life choices, those things do not lie. But we can judge people by their fruit, okay? We can judge people by their character. Now, somebody may want to get close to you, and it may not necessarily be for the best of reasons. Maybe you're a beautiful person, you just look really nice. Maybe you're popular and people want to get close to you because they want to share in your popularity. They may not necessarily be interested in you. Or maybe you may come from a wealthy family and people may be interested in your money or the money of your family. Or it could be that you're very intelligent and maybe people want you to help them academically, but without really showing any kind of gratitude or giving anything in return. Could be that maybe you have something that somebody wants and they want to get close enough to you to take it. I mean, there could be all kinds of reasons why somebody may want to get really close to you. But if somebody wants to get close to you, but they don't have the best of intentions, what they will want to do is make you lower your guard. Typically, if you're a wise person, you would have your guard up, right? Meaning that you don't let people into your personal space too easily, right? You give people time to prove who they are and so on. But if somebody wants something from you, they probably want to get it as soon as possible, as quickly as possible. So what they will do is try to get you to lower your guard, right? To to get you to they'll try to weaken your natural defense systems. So what they'll do is they would sweeten you with words. Just like you would want to have something sweet to catch a bee, they will sweeten you with words. That's what con artists do. They'll get you they'll tell you things that are complimentary. They'll pay you lots of compliments and tell you maybe something like, "Wow, I really like your dress. You have such a great sense of fashion," or "Wow, you're so smart," or "Oh my goodness, you're such a nice person," or "Wow, you must be the smartest person in class," or um or "Wow, your father has a really nice car. Wow, you have a beautiful house. Oh my goodness, you have so many friends. Everybody wants to be you." I mean, they could tell you all kinds of different things. And of course, as human beings, we love to hear complimentary things about ourselves. We like to hear nice things about ourselves. And when people sweeten us with words, little by little, but faster and faster, we may be inclined to lower our guard. So when we say you don't catch bee with vinegar, what they mean is you catch bee with honey. You catch B with something really sweet. You can catch a bee with something really sweet, like sweet words, right? So in that case, the person who is the target of the con artist, let's say it's a con artist, that person would be the bee, right? And the con artist would use honey or fudge or something sweet. Kids typically like sweet things, right? Maybe not all kids, but some kids. A lot of kids love sweet things. So if somebody wants to catch a young person, like let's say, somebody, an adult, for example, who maybe, for example, kids. Oh, that's just my fridge coming on. You might hear that in the background, but I'm just gonna continue with the video. But kids, some adults like to prey on children, right? Some adults are predators, so you do have to be careful. Not all adults, of course, but you do have to be careful. And these adults who are predators, they think just like con artists. By the way, I didn't explain what con artists are. Con artist is somebody who will trick you into giving them something without them giving you something in return, right? That's a con artist, somebody who works by deception, somebody who will trick you so that they can take something from you, whether it's money or something, I don't know, like your cell phone or a game or your tablet or something like that, right? That's a con artist. And they will fool you. They will get you to think that they're really genuine, that they're honest when they're really being dishonest, okay? So that's a con artist. But in a more serious sense, although that's serious, but in a more serious sense, for kids, one of the things you have to be aware of is that some adults like to prey on children, like the way a lion would prey on a gazelle, for example, or a zebra. They'll hide in the bushes, you wouldn't see them, and then when you least expect, they pounce. Some adults are predators like that, right? And sometimes predators who are adults, they may want to do things that are very, very wrong and that will make the adult happy, but would make the child very unhappy in the long run and even in the short run. So these adults, what they would do is they would tell you nice things about yourself. They might even offer you something sweet. They might offer you candy. They might offer you snacks. They might offer you something that you really like a tablet or a computer, something that you really need that would be sweet for you, that would hit your sweet spot in a sense, right? And so you have to be very careful with people. This is why, kids, you should not talk to strangers, okay? Don't get too friendly with strangers, unless, of course, you're with your parents and, they're okay with it. But typically, kids, on your own, by yourself, if a stranger approaches you and starts getting really friendly with you, the best thing to do is to not entertain that conversation, okay? And so that's something to look up. That is something to look out for. So when we say that con artists would sweeten us with sweet words, what we mean is con artists would catch us with flattery, or predators may catch us with flattery. And unfortunately, kids, even though a lot of people are good people, a lot of people are genuine, unfortunately, there are a lot of people who are not genuine, and you need to be aware of these things, okay? Sometimes life is a bit like a jungle. Some people think like predators. Some people just think like predators. And you may ask why. Well, maybe that's a conversation for another day. But some people they just like to be wicked and unkind, and it makes them feel good. I know that sounds strange, but there are some people who are like that. But like I said, not everybody is like that. So I don't want you to get paranoid, but you should have a conversation with your parent, with your mom, with your dad, or with adults in your life that you trust, like your teacher or your grandmom or your grandfather, your grandmother, your grandfather, an uncle, an auntie, or an older cousin, that kind of thing. And you can ask them to teach you what it means for you as a child when we say that you do catch bee with vinegar, right? These are conversations that you should be having with your parents in particular, or with somebody who is an adult and who cares about you and is close to you, somebody like that, okay? So that's it. You do catch bee with vinegar. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and thank you for subscribing to my channel. Until the next time.